Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Today I will be talking about seeking closeness to God. Um, we all, especially when it comes to seekers, since this is specifically for those who are thirsty for knowledge, truth, God, their inner self. We all have that desire, but very few are fortunate enough to realize that, and even uh, rare are the ones who actually realize uh, God, uh, and it's something that you are blessed with. Faith is not something that you can buy, or you can simply just possess. It's something that happens to you. I feel this is the greatest mystery. How we are born, and uh, each one of us has a certain purpose. Um. Anyways, so um, th- when it comes to seeking closeness to God, um, you have to demolish all those ideas about the creator that you have been conditioned with. We see God as a tyrant, as somebody who we should be afraid of, and that creates a barrier, a sense of separation, and you start feeling this anxiety and suffocation and insecurity or fear of unknown, and there is no actual bond. It's like if you are afraid of your parents or your teachers, you cannot learn anything, you cannot actually have a relationship with them. uh, you will just obey for the heck of it, just to show that you are obedient or compliant, but there is no respect or reverence, right? So, the same way, there has to be love or devotion for God. Um, so, when one embarks on this journey of love, uh, you you learn that it's necessary or vital to be friends with God, to be a friend of Allah, Creator, whatever name you want to call it. Um, it's something that your heart, your spiritual heart, knows. You, on a conscious level, don't realize that it's sort of an amnesia, but you know that you know this is my calling. This is God speaking to me, calling me towards Him. And like they say that we only remember Allah or God when He remembers us, when He calls us. Um, just like He has given us life, He has made us conscious, uh, and that's how we are able to perceive life and nature. Similarly, when He makes our soul conscious, when He awakens us, we are able to become conscious of His existence, His presence that is always here and now. We are never separate from Him in reality. Um, it's mentioned in the Quran, God says that I am closer to you than the jugular vein. So it means that God is omnipresent. You cannot um, pinpoint that God is here or God is there. God is everywhere, and you you can't see Him or feel Him because you are so consumed by the world, by the pleasures of life, and that hinders our our progress. This is the decision one has to make at some point, and by the grace of God, you will be guided. You know, you may be confused if you're living in this mainstream world, because everybody is not able to live in a monastery or in a jungle or in the desert. You will be guided automatically where you must serve your purpose. The same way you will be guided to towards the direction you need to take in the world. You don't have to worry about what the people will think or what what the future will be if your intention is only to seek closeness to God, to be His friend. You will automatically start attracting such people who will guide you. For example, a spiritual father or a teacher, and similarly you will meet people who are on the same path, and the more your frequency rises, the more you start becoming more pure and close to God. You your mind starts moving, you start focusing on those things that are on that vibration. You don't naturally read things that are unnecessary or eat unnecessarily. It's automatic. It's something that is innate. When you are in love, you don't want to sleep or eat or even think. You just are in this state of bliss, uh, and everything becomes beautiful. Even pain becomes medicine. So, coming back to the topic, we have to understand, if my goal is to become one with God, to become friends with Allah or the Creator, there must be a certain way for that. And saints tell us that the fastest or the best way to become friend of God is by seeking the company of saints. Um, you have to um, withdraw from those things that take you away from God. You don't have to cut yourself off from the world or go anywhere. You simply have to remove those things that are harmful to your soul. Just because you're living in the world doesn't mean you have to live a sinful life. And again, God is the best of all judges, but you have to try at least to focus on one direction, because like they say, you cannot serve two masters at the same time. So seeking company of saints is very important. Uh, and it's important to, as a beginner, you start, you are curious, right? And you naturally, you want to read something, for example, a book on spirituality or Sufism, or a lecture, or you're attending some workshop. You want to pray, you want to serve others. That starts happening organically. So that's a good start. you know uh, if you are sincere, you will find the person to guide you, and you will find the right companions on your path. And you have to understand that the saints are living amongst us. There is no distance in reality. It's all within. There's only a sense of um yeah, within or without, and this sense of physicality, but everything is happening in the mind of God. And yeah, so the purpose is or should not be to escape, or um, to seek something for yourself. Like, one can be misguided or misled, by the intensity, or the one because one is seeking peace and happiness, um, power somewhere. We and the ego, even in, people get corrupted on the path of spiritualism. uh, they get involved into magic and powers and uh, fame, and stuff like that, and they become deluded. uh, anyway, so it's important not to make those things your priority, and just have faith, trust God, that He is guiding you. He will give you the knowledge that you need, just like He has given you the blessings that you need in your life. And the best way to start is, of course, to serve others, and try to stay pure and humble, and be kind to everyone you meet, especially those who are not kind to you. Um and yeah, that is the best way to love God, by loving His creation. We are here to love. We are here to be nothing. We have to reflect the image of God. We are not here to show off or indulge in pleasures of life. We are here to perfect our souls, to purify ourselves. And that is the true meaning of life, to sacrifice yourself, and live for others. And when one starts doing that, you realize, where you stand. Just like you go to the gym, or you go for a run, and you realize that after a few minutes you're exhausted, and that is your body telling you that you're not in a healthy state. The same way, spiritually, we may feel enthusiastic in the beginning, but when we start practicing, we feel lazy, and we are drawn towards impure things, and all our dark negative emotions, all the sins, the demons start rising and awakening, and they can throw you away from all that, and you can be distracted, and that is just a litmus test. In a way, it's a blessing in disguise. It's a mirror. It's telling you that this is it's working. The like if you are if you the more close you will get to God, the more negative things, forces, they try to pull you down, uh, and your job is to fight your lower self, because the more you are vigilant, the more you will be able to um, reject those things. If you are asleep spiritually or mentally, you can easily absorb negativity, and it's important to keep that in mind, that your spiritual health is as vital as your mental and physical health or well-being. So um, yeah, it's important to understand that one has to be God conscious, that God is always here in front of me, He is watching me, uh, and I don't have to be afraid of Him, but I should be conscious of Him. That is the true meaning of fear of God. Um, One doesn't have to be, phobic about it, but it's important to have uh, that respect, that my Creator, God, Beloved, is watching me, and He is in front of me, and I need to be in communion with Him. I need to be in. Of course, if you are being guided by love, not fear, then your approach will be different. If your approach is fear, if you're doing it for heaven or hell, like we are conditioned, not to avoid hell, and to uh, to commit good deeds for the sake of heaven, then one can not truly get that devotion that one needs. You will somehow just worship for the heck of it. There is no joy in that, and I think grace of God gives you um, that sense of discernment, that you must obey, but uh, you must be guided with love, because in reality there's nothing but love, and we are suffering. We are in a state of fear, anxiety, depression, because we are always in fiction, we are never in reality. So yes, This is a path of devotion, path of love, and if you wish to um, be close to God, be a friend of God, you have to sacrifice what you love. You have to stop being logical. You have to give up your intellectualism, and you have to start practicing those virtues. And everybody starts from somewhere. It's not that you should, compare yourself with others. You don't have to measure your progress. You may not have a teacher, but I mean, that's up to God, how He wishes to guide you. Your job is to develop that relationship with your God or inner self or creator, and automatically you will feel, because it's something personal. This journey is from personal self to an impersonal self. Um, and yeah, what you're seeing is just the shadow. So yes, it can be frustrating and confusing. I mean, I'm sharing my experience. I'm a beginner. I'm a student. I find it extremely suffocating and frustrating in the world. Because it's hard to keep your focus on one point, uh, and you know remove all those habits. And when you're surrounded by people and so many things, for example internet and uh, different kinds of technologies. So yes, everybody is being guided in a unique way. You will be guided according to your mission, your purpose, and when you are doing it for God, you will automatically learn to be selfless, and you stop thinking about fulfilling your curiosity, and you start having empathy for the Holy Spirit. It's a strange thing to think about, empathy for the Creator, or compassion. We never think about God. We always think about ourselves. You know why am I like this, and what will I do in life, and uh, we are always self-obsessed, or we're thinking about others, or the past and future and all those things. So it's important to um, just drop your mind and turn inwards, and you will automatically be drawn towards God, because it's just like Earth is always pulling us towards itself because of gravity. The same way, um, we are being pulled towards God. Everything is because everything comes from God. There is this intimate connection, uh, this invisible God, and we are subconsciously resisting that that uh, gravitational force, and that creates friction, and that friction creates pain and violence within us, and that leads to disease, spiritual, mental, physical. uh, the more we try to surrender to Allah, God, um, those knots will start opening one by one, and you start appreciating this moment instead of trying to achieve something, or just fast forwarding life and getting it over with. And uh, so yeah, you don't have to worry about the results. Your job is to make effort and understand that this is a unique relationship between uh, you and God, but you don't have to take it for granted. Try your best to give you 100%, even if it is one thing you're doing. Give your best. You know, I mean, if you're helping one person, try to give your 100%. If you're praying, even for 5 minutes, give 100% in those 5 minutes. You can pray for 5 hours and not feel a thing. So, so the first step is to make a routine. That's what I'm learning, and I feel I should share so that people who are in the same boat as I am, they can relate to what I'm saying, and um, they will feel motivated. You're not alone. You're never alone, and you have to have faith that God is with you. God loves you. God is unconditional love. God is your companion, and you have to think from the heart. You have to see from your heart, and you have to uh, uh, be positive. You have to be hopeful. That um, everything is going to be all right. So I'll end this video blog on this note, and remember, there's no rush, there's no competition, no race. You just have to take one step at a time, and things will get better and better. So I wish you all the very best, and take care. Bye bye.